Hello. So today we're going to do a stretch to get into the hips a little bit of a deep stretch. So starting off either kneeling or cross-legged, just relaxing the shoulders, closing the eyes, just settling the body, taking a few deep breaths in and out through the nose. Finding that bit of softness around the forehead, relaxing through the neck and the jaw, keeping the spine nice and long. And then we'll take 3 deep releasing breaths. So breathing in through the nose and exhaling out. Again, breathing in and exhaling. One more, breathing in and release. Just opening up the eyes, just shrug the shoulders or draw them up, back and down. And then bring yourself up to a tabletop position. So having the shoulders over the wrists, and then extend the right leg back behind you, just pressing that heel away, stretching out the back of the leg. And then step that right foot to the outside of the right hand. Keep both hands down on the mat to start with, just opening across the chest. Back toes can untuck and untuck. And then keep the left hand down. Take the right arm up towards the sky, opening across the chest, drawing that arm back. And then releasing the right hand onto that right knee. Walk the right foot out a little bit, come onto that outside edge, and then just open into that right hip. You can turn the heart towards that leg. And then come back to center. Keep that foot quite wide. Lower both hands back down to the mat, or maybe come down to forearms, and you can bring the hands together. Keep drawing the right knee in a little closer. Staying with your breath. And then lifting back to the hands and walking your right foot all the way across as far as you can to that left side of the mat, and release the right knee down. So moving into a pigeon pose, tuck your back toes, just edge the left foot back behind you, and then release the back foot. So staying upright to start with, again open across collarbones. You can always place a cushion or a block underneath this right hip. And then maybe you come down more to a sleeping pigeon, extending the arms forwards or making a pillow with the hands, and then release the head on top. So working the left hip bone towards the mat. Nice long breaths, nice long spine. And then releasing the hands down. So walking the hands in, and then if you've got a block, remove that block. Just shift the hips towards the right and keep the left leg long, but turn the toes towards the ceiling. So right foot comes to the inside of the left leg. I'll turn to face this way. And then taking the both hands down in front, just walk the hands between the legs, reaching them as far forward as you can. And then walking the hands all the way back in. Take your right hand about a foot away from that right hip. Reach the left arm up towards the ceiling and then all the way over. Maybe you press into that left foot, right shin and lift up so you get a bit of a side stretch. And you can stay here or you can take the right leg back behind the left, coming into side plank, still lifting the hips towards the ceiling. Lower that left hand down. So wherever you are, coming into a plank position and then sending the hips up towards the ceiling into downward dog. Just pedal out the feet, give the head a bit of a shake, yes and no. And then release both knees down, untuck the toes, take the hips back towards the heels into child's pose. Just resting in child's pose for a few breaths. And then lifting yourself all the way back up. So this time, extend your left leg, pressing that heel away, and then step the left leg to the outside of the left hand. Hands are underneath shoulders, just opening across the chest. And then keeping the right hand down, take the left arm up towards the ceiling. Place the left hand onto the left thigh and then open that left hip. So you're coming onto the outside edge of the left foot, maybe turning to face that left leg. And then back to center. Lower that foot down. Both hands come down to the mat. Again, opening the collarbones, looking forwards, or maybe releasing down to forearms, bringing the palms together. Back of the head is long. Just using your breath. And then come down, or lift up, to the hands. Walking the left foot over towards the right side of the mat and then release the left hip down, lengthen that right leg back behind you. Lift the chest to start with. Again, you can always place a block or a cushion underneath the left hip, and this left leg can be parallel with the top of the mat, or you can bring it more in towards the right hip flexor. And then maybe you want to come down to that sleeping pigeon with the arms extended or making a pillow, releasing the head on top. So you're trying to draw the right hip bone towards the mat to square off the hips. Deep stretch into the left glutes, left side. And then slowly starting to lift yourself all the way back up. So remove any props from the left hip. Drop over to that left side. Right leg stays long as you turn the foot towards the ceiling and then draw this left foot in towards the right inner thigh. Turn your body so it's between the legs and then folding forwards. Relax the back of the neck, relax the back of the head. And then lifting all the way back up. Left hand comes just away from that left hip. Reach the right arm up to the sky, all the way over. Maybe lifting the hips away, pressing into the right foot. And taking that left leg back so you're into your side plank. Right hand lowers, turning to face the mat so you're in a plank position, And then send the hips high into downward dog. Just give the feet a little pedal, a little shake of the head, and then release the knees down. Untuck the toes, lower the hips down to the heels, and then just pausing in your child's pose. When you've taken a few breaths in child's pose, just walk the hands in towards the knees, roll the shoulders up, back and down. And then come to pause, hands at the heart center. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed that.